Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Seinarukana with me, Phantoms Y. So, when we last left off, we had entered the, presumably, final dungeon, quote-unquote, of Seinarukana. And we are headed through the time tree to the very center. We're going to be heading downwards, apparently. I don't really think we can see further down to the planes we'll be traveling, but we will be heading deeper in as we go. Got to go through and hit some of these transports. Is that one? No, I think that's just a stronghold. I guess we have to go all the way to the end here. To that one, I assume? The Henry Corridor. I do remember them mentioning that at the beginning of the mission. So we got a long way to go. I will warn you now that I am mentally bankrupt today because I am absolutely exhausted. So you have to forgive me for that. I always play badly, but I'm probably going to play worse than usual. Anyway, let's get into it, shall we? We could use some Inspire action here and have some fun. Might do that. Tina can take a little bit of damage without any worries. I think we will have her do that. Flame Caladrius to start us off here. Let's engage, shall we? Alright, got Inspire going. Some recovery. That's not really doing anything for him. Flame Caladrius, that's about a third of their HP. They switch up the formation, which is good for us. Alright, and now we have a much easier formation for us to break through. Nozomu is probably how we want to go here. Yeah, because Jatsita, of course, is just going to have a bad time if we put her there. Or we could have... But we have her on Rampage Blue, so... she's not going to get to attack. She has 2 mana. I always get confused about the phases in this game. Let's do that. Even if we have to wait for a charge from a round, I'm okay with that. Yeah. But Raptuna should one-shot them easily here. And that'll be fun. Especially within spot... Wow. She didn't one-shot them. Okay, well I stand corrected, huh? I figured with Inspire it was a surefire thing, but Jatsita's gonna finish them off. I actually kinda thought that she would kill another one with her Star Zapper, but I was wrong, wasn't I? Okay, now let's just go ahead and have Nozomu do some damage here. Actually, we might want to put Jatsita up here just to conserve some of some uses of their skills. Raptuna is really strong in basically every role now. I mean, obviously, it's been mentioned to me that you know, even as a defender, you know, she's still fairly weak, and that is true. But she is effective enough to where she's at least not bad, if you follow me. Whereas she was pretty much just bad in the defender role up until now. So we might just do this just to conserve some good uses. Granted, he's only got 10 left of those, but we do have a few stops of some pit stops, some stronghold stops along the way. So it isn't like we necessarily have to worry too much about that. And we have a bunch of other teams that we haven't even utilized yet. Okay, so now's the time to use Flame Caladrius, actually. That was Decree 1. Does that... Okay, I was about to say, does that hit everyone? Because I didn't pay attention. Alrighty, we should be able to easily just rip through you. We'll just have Nozomi... Actually, no, let's let Dahlia do it here. Good strong material attack. There we go. Dahlia gets some credit. Let's move on ahead. And yes, Shad, I do remember, for the time being at least, that all-rounders can apparently change their abilities mid-combat. And I intend to try it. It's gonna happen. Oh, we're gonna stand by with them, actually. I should probably pay attention to what they're doing here. Silent Field, doesn't that remove all the mana from from all groups or something. Chokes the entire area with blue mana at the start of battle, snuffing out all weak support skills, as well as increasing the strength of blue attribute of both friends and foes. Becomes harder to defend against physical attacks. Strength up, blue up, endurance down. Huh, for everybody. Support skills below target level disabled. Oh wow, below level 4. That's actually pretty intense, man. Which is actually a good formation for them because they have, you know, some really well-balanced attackers. I wonder what your attack is. I didn't pay attention to that. Fury, which is pretty intense. Fury 2, rather, I should say. So yeah, that's actually a pretty good skill for that particular formation, I would say. We need a fairly balanced team, or Narukana, basically, to go against them really well. Okay, they don't have, like, any force defense with their defender, though. That's another weakness. This might not be the team to take them on with either. I could just let Euphoria take care of it, and I think she'd be okay. And again, I'm talking about how I want to try that, you know, switching skills anyway. Let's do it. If we can switch skills mid-combat, then we don't have to really worry too much about this. Is Holy Elementals? Oh, all attributes and all elements down, okay. So yeah, let's actually Holy, and that's just on our side, right? Yeah. Passion is magic? Yeah. Okay. Got it. It's all coming back to me now. For that particular formation, we're definitely going to want to put on Aura Shield 2 as well. That's probably not something we're going to change up. I mean, I guess really we're probably not going to be changing anything, because I forgot she doesn't have a healing support skill like Nozomu does. Even though I think his is only 10%, it would still help rather. Because Petite Eternity Remover 2 is just such a strong material attack, I think it's always going to be kind of the way to go. Still going to take damage from Swell Sword 2. Of course, we're going to take some from Fury 2. Void Blade is not going to really be a problem, though. Okay. And we're not going to take much from Fury 2. She'll be fine. I don't have a reason to change anything on her during this combat, though, I don't think. But either way, let's experiment when we get a chance. She's going to take counter damage. Yeah, plus we got the all strength up, which I forgot about for a second there because of Silent Field. So she did even more damage. Chaotic Moon, what is that? Oh, anti-banish, enemy support skill, take some force damage. Okay. No big deal. So I can change it like this, I assume? Yeah, okay. So now I see how you do it. It's just not... I think when I tried to change it before, I just clicked on it like this, expecting it to bring up the menu, and it didn't. It just shows you the ability that you, you know, that you're currently on. But how you switch abilities when you're an all-rounder is just, you know, go to the character menu here. But we are going to keep doing Petite Eternity Remover 2. I mean, frankly, this is just the only formation that really makes sense. It's her strongest defensive move and her strongest offensive move. And she doesn't have any... Like, all of her abilities are on encounter, right? Yeah, phase encounter, right? That's where it is. I'm pretty sure all of those are. I'm going to double-check that, because, again, it has been a long time. And I'm pretty sure every one of her abilities here are encounter. Yeah. Or support abilities, of course, I mean. Yeah, so... Basically, there's no reason to change any of that, but I know how to do it now. Which makes Narukana even more stupidly broken, by the way. But, of course, we are taking some considerable damage here. I think the strength up and everything really did aid them. Okay, we got a bunch of, well, I think every character can learn from this, so... Holy One, that is actually exactly what we just did, and I'm probably going to give that to him, because it is an amazing ability. What is Concentration 1? Endurance up, magic down. I never use that, so let's just go... Actually, I'm about to give that to him without even looking at the rest of it. Man, I'm so out of it today. I got, like, maybe 4 hours of sleep. and like that was not even a good sleep. And then like I'm training because I got promoted at my job, and today was hectic as hell, so I'm just absolutely not with it. Dematerialize 1. Okay, any enemy, blue down, enemy act IP down, dispel enemy endurance effects. Let's actually read the flavor text as well. Satsuki concentrates on compressing a vast amount of mana into brilliance, while Sharian directs the attack to pierce their enemy. And Nozomu's aura photons are released at the start of battle to enhance the party's personal abilities. However, it does dampen their connection to basic elements or elementals, which I don't know. I guess I'm just too much of a numbers whore, because to me, like, I've never really necessarily placed that much importance on elements in either Astalia or this game, and I've always just worried about the buffs to the actual attributes, which is probably not necessarily the way to do it, but for some reason that just appeals to me more, so I always play that way. So I don't know. Buster Typhoon, 900 material damage, 5% force damage to any enemy, as well as a penetrate. That's pretty sweet, and a good strong ability for Nozomi. Reptuna, Frozen Stasis 1. That is... Oh, the mana charge down ability. That's pretty cool. That is what made... What is his name? Adele, I believe? Or was that a Degga? I think that was a Degga, right? That did the... Yeah, Degga was the one who did the mana charge down. Made him so annoying. Not that necessarily it would benefit us as much in the same way, I guess. It could in a similar way, but you kind of have to devote your... Like, you know, he was casting several things per round because he was an all-rounder, and, you know, sometimes you want to banish, for sure, but that could be helpful, certainly in some situations. Kingdom Cleaver 2, which we know Kingdom Cleaver 1 is awesome, so that could definitely be helpful. Flame Laser 1. That is all enemies, and is really sweet. It takes 6 mana, though. Ugh, probably not. Elemental Blast 1. If it was 4 mana, I'd actually think about it, but 6 mana, like, you literally have to wait for 3 turns to use this. That's a little much. Elemental Blast. Another support ability. Targets all enemies for 800 force damage. No additional effects. Also, I haven't been reading the flavor text at all. So let's go back and do that. When Nozomi's embarrassment and her anger become too much for her, her legendary fist roars. Okay, so she was using this at the beginning of the game. She enjoys the feeling of liberation and precisency, boosts her strength to truly mythical levels. The first time Nozomi used this was when Nozomi walked in on her taking a bath. Didn't we actually see this already? I feel like I already read that before. Oh, well, I don't know. This skill relies or heavily refines blue mana and then releases it in a frozen blast colder than anything found in even the most intense blizzards. Kingdom Cleaver 2, normally this attack sacrifices the user's balance to drive back surrounding enemies, but with the power of an Eternity Sword, it can send out a massive shockwave instead, or massive shockwaves instead. Flame Laser 1, Crowlance's heat rays are so intense that they exhaust the oxygen near them instantly, which ironically ends up extinguishing the flames. I don't like using this too often, though, since it creates an enormous amount of dry heat. Elemental Blast 1. The power of nature usually brings its blessing, but sometimes bears its fearsome fangs. This spell makes the green mana in the area go berserk, and causes natural disasters like earthquakes and tornadoes. Thalia. Silent Field 1. We just read about that, actually. Thalia appears neat and tidy, but she's actually very bad at cleaning up after herself. She gets especially wrapped up in reading, even though she's not sure why. Her spirit tries to tell her to clean up, but instead she has stubbornly decided never to bring anybody to her room. Ever. I think we've read that before as well. Obliterate 1. Subaru uses Blue Sky to launch a barrage of explosive aura photons that twist and break space on impact. The accuracy, speed, and strength required for this attack make it impossible for a regular flesh and blood human to use. Okay, and this is a straight up attack. It's a pretty good attack for him, but not like much better than Flash Arrow 2. 7% force damage on higher difficulties might mean more. On normal difficulty, though, it's not really that big of a deal. Anyway, Endless Corridor 1. Nanashi has the ability to manipulate the space around her. She's normally the same size as a regular person, but prefers to shrink the space around herself to appear like a fairy. This spell twists space around her enemy to crush everything inside of it. This hits all enemies for 25% force damage and seems really good, but it takes 5 mana, which is unfortunate. Apocalypse 1, another 5 mana ability, unfortunately. Hits all enemies for 900 force damage. Doesn't seem that great, honestly. Narukana seems temperamental, but she rarely actually gets mad. Her way of showing her irritation is just far beyond any normal person's. It's earth-shattering from the outside, but she soon forgets and moves on. Nobody's seen what happens when she really loses her temper. And Euphoria. Doom Judgment 1. This is another attack. 900 material damage, 5% force damage. Probably... Oh, it hits all enemies. Never mind. I was about to say probably not something I will... I'll really get, but that definitely is something to consider with the all enemies part. You know, sometimes I have this strange dream about a girl. She never says anything, but I feel like her name's something like Miyugi. What do you think it could mean? Have I met her before, or is she trying to tell me something? Perhaps Asalia 2, or, you know, Asalia the Eternal the Third, I guess. If you consider, Seinarukana a direct sequel, it's kind of... It's a strange series, because it's not like this is called Asalia the Eternal 2, but we have another Asalia game coming out. But anyway, I digress. Holy 1 is really tempting, honestly. We have some decent stuff here. Very little that's blowing my socks off. Kingdom Cleaver 2 is also quite good. And I'm tempted by Doom Judgment 1 as well. But Holy is just awesome. And Concentration 1 is something I never use anyway. But when I get this, I'll probably never really worry about Inspire again either, but either way. Let's go ahead and get this. I mean, I'm always using Nozomu. Like, that's just something that happens, obviously, so let's just get that, because I know I'm going to get use out of it. Okay, let's move on ahead. Definitely going to be catching up with Narukana to the rest very soon, since she's so fast. And I need to see how many, actually, enemies we have up ahead. Of course, we could have, you know, more spawns and such as that. Okay, Euphoria is actually getting another shot here. I might hold her back, though. Oh, yeah. With Apocalypse 1, I definitely want to actually, I want to banish that. What skill level is this? 5, so I'm going to need Icicle Arrow or Ice Banish 2, I think? Yeah, 1500 force damage. Probably not going to easily be able to defend against that, especially not without taking a lot of damage from the actual attacker. So let's hold her back and find... Oops, not move. Stand by, and get a proper banisher in on this. We could send in that team right there. We need a good, solid, balanced defender, though, against Swallow Sword 2. And we're also going to be taking force damage, of course, from the green Eternal Avatar. Sure, yeah, Lightning Strike 2. Oh, excuse me. I just cannot bat away this fatigue. So let's... She doesn't have a solid balanced defense, does she? Oh. She totally does. That is pretty solid. And I should have her actually on that anyway. It only takes 2 mana to defend all. Yeah. Let's go ahead and save it up. Because I haven't done that since we started the episode. And let's advance. Safety save in case I do something really stupid. Which definitely happens. Icicle Arrow is level 5, right? Pretty sure it is. 6, actually. Yeah, let's start off with... this formation. That's actually going to take her several turns to get the mana for that, so actually, probably shouldn't do that. I could have her use Monobe drop on the second turn if I did this, which I may actually want to do. Oh, that is an all-defense ability, though. Huh. I don't have strong force defender, nor do I have a force attacker here. So, this is a bit of a tough nut to crack with this particular squad, who's very material-based in terms of the damage. I mean, there's Kingdom Cleaver, of course, but then I put Thalia in the defensive role if I do that, and as we all know, it's not the strongest. And I did pass up on getting her a stronger defensive ability just recently, so I can't really... I can't really say too much of my defense. Yeah, I think this one just kind of makes sense. This is not going to be a particularly effective formation, so I might just hold this group back, even though I've been hum-hawing around about how to make it work. Do 300 force damage with Avalanche. You know what? No. I'm going to hold this group back. Sorry it took so long to come to that decision, but it seems like kind of not a great formation for that. I think I'm actually just going to have Narukana, or this team, go in there and tear it up, because we have a good force attacker here. We can easily set that up. We can use our new Holy ability as well. So, you know, we got some good stuff going here. We definitely want Icicle Arrow. Yeah. I like it. So when they switch their formation, you know, we're going to have better strength. Of course, we're already going to have better magic with Holy as well. So, of course, that's going to increase theirs as well, but we have Reptuna ready to use our Icicle Arrow on turn 2 in preparation of the third turn when they use Apocalypse, if they actually have the Blue Spirit in that role. Okay, you got healed up a little bit. Didn't realize you had Harvest, but I still think we're going to do quite well with this particular setup. Got some material damage. This is a counter block. I actually think that Reptuna is a better selection here. We get that force damage through free. Plus that, of course, she's going to eat the counter damage. But I'm okay with that. Of course, if they swap out their formation, and they probably will, actually, Jetsita is probably going to take a much harder attack. I mean, it's not like I would want his zone, we're just down there doing nothing anyway, so this makes way more sense. Forgive me again, I'm really not with it right now. But yeah, I guess we just do this. We're not going to do any attack with her this turn. Yeah, let's just do that. I'm okay waiting for a turn. Okay, that's gonna hit the supporter. That doesn't seal anything, right? Okay. Okay, we can take a little damage from Jetsita. I'm okay with that. They swap back out for this guy. I'm still gonna get through a lot of damage though, so I'm okay with that. And then we take you down easily. Oh wow, we killed the attacker as well. This time I wasn't expecting that. And then let's have Jetsita actually finish. Actually, no, wait. Let's have Nozomu, because he's actually got way more uses of his ability. Yeah, finish him up. I made that group much more complicated than I needed to. And I will be the first to admit it. I like our Team 1, though. Now that Reptuna has gotten even more versatile, I feel like, you know, they're even stronger. Have a... You know what? We might actually just use Zetsu to absorb that fireball and not even worry about it. And we could use our own fireball, but does she has stronger abilities, right? Flame Shower, but that's going to take 2 turns to charge. Do they have a absorb all? No, they don't. So actually, in this case, Flame Shower actually looks like a pretty good plan to me. Alright, Subaru, do you have anything for me here? Okay, so here is the conundrum. This guy's obviously going to block all of the damage from Subaru if I do this. They're also not going to be able to really... Actually, no, Fury's going to actually hurt Zetsu a decent amount. I was just thinking about Fireball. I was like, that's not going to hurt him bad. Our Flame Shower is going to devastate them when it hits. Not really devastate. I'm overstating that, but it's going to hit hard. I feel like this is going to run through to turn 10 if I play it this way. But I don't really feel like I have a much better way of playing it. And I definitely don't want to Inspire, because we're relying a lot on Naya's force damage for this. Maybe I just Mana Link and... What is Dimension Twist? I already forgotten. Spell all setup skills. Oh, okay. Because that's going to heal... No, wait. This one doesn't heal any for him. Right, that's Nozomu's Mana Link. It heals, right? And they don't have any particular setup skills, do they, that I need to worry about? Yeah, they don't, so that doesn't really help at all. I again feel like this just isn't the right team. Like, defensively, it would go fairly well. But, like, it would just go through to turn 10, and then we'd need another squad to follow up anyway. I mean, I guess I could just rely on Team 1 again, but let's get Narukana in there. We know that Narukana will do just fine. There's no question about that. Okay, so we're going to start off with Levantine. Or Photon Barrier 2. Fireball is also probably what we want. What are her other support skills? I've already forgotten. Yeah, that's her Banish. That's her Heal. Okay, and then we got Excalibur. I gotta remember to swap over to that when they get a good Force Blocker. Basically, when they move in this red avatar. So let's do it. Excuse me. Narukana is just easy mode, man. You strategize with all these other teams, and then you're like, Narukana, I don't know, just frickin' do whatever. Okay, Shad, I'm gonna make you proud of me. I'm gonna make you proud of me right now, Shad. Look at that. I changed up and used strategy with an all-rounder. One shot, yeah. Bye-bye. Oh. Well, I didn't strategize very well, though, because I didn't pay attention to the fact that they had a Banisher, so... don't be so proud of me now. Now then, that's going to defend against her Fireball. But all we have for her is a Banish and a Heal, and she's not hurt. So... And I don't think we're going to one-shot this guy. But anyway, just use it. He did at least a little damage. Yeah, now let's swap over to Force Attack again. Okay, I think we'll kill them with the Force Attack, right? Yep. And then Fireball kills you. And we win. Narukana easy mode. Oh, wow, okay. We have a lot of resistance now. Oh, okay. We will go for another couple of minutes here, but I actually have a very little time today, and I'm exhausted. So this episode's actually going up this evening, the day that I'm recording it. And I just don't have much time tonight, so I will go ahead and tell you guys, for anyone who's watching as these come up, there probably will not be an episode of Seinarukana or Danganronpa tomorrow, just because I have work again in the morning. And it'll depend on when I get off and how tired I am, frankly. You know, because it's going to take me a good while to record both of them. I would like to get at least one of them done. But if I can, even if I miss the day, like if I miss it for Danganronpa, I'll try to have 2 episodes of that up on the next scheduled day, basically the day after, basically on Tuesday, I should just say. Or I'll have 2 episodes of Seinarukana up on Monday to compensate for it. That is my plan, at least. Don't hold me to it, but that's what I would like to do. Okay. You know what? Let's just play easy mode again here. Feeling lazy. Just kick the crap out of them. They're not going to switch, huh? Okay, well, that makes my job easy. As you like. Alright. Now I think we switched to Excalibur. I mean, not that it really matters, frankly. But, because either way, they're going to die in one hit. We might as well go ahead and swap to it. We're not going to kill you in one hit with this. And Excalibur will finish you, though. Oh, it does feel nice just to let Narukana do all the work, I have to admit. You just turn off your brain and rely on Narukana. Okay, so I can go down this way. Of course we're going to fight all the enemies. That just goes without saying. And also, I still did not level up. I've got a freaking 125,000 mana, and I forgot to level up again at this base that we took. When is the next one? That's the end of the mission. Well, well, it's probably not the end of the mission, right? It's just the first step downward. Mission info. Okay. So we're not, yeah, okay, we're gonna skip this. So that's just the first step. So we'll go there, and when we take the next base, my plan will be to level up, if I don't forget. Here's hoping. But yeah, that is where I'm actually going to end today's episode, just because, guys, I'm so beat. Got no idea. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time.